Module 4. Executing a project. Once the project plan is established, it's time to start executing the project work. This can be a tricky process and requires effective communication between the project manager and all of the stakeholders. It's important to stay organized and make sure everyone is on the same page with the scope, the timeline, and the budget of the project. Regular check-ins with all stakeholders should be scheduled to make sure everything is going according to plan and any changes are documented. With the right approach, you'll be able to successfully manage the project work and achieve your desired outcome. Management. Management is all about getting things done. There's a common misconception that management is about bossing people around. This approach is typically responded to with resistance. It's important to provide clear instructions to the project team and set your expectations. Following the project plan. The plan is what you're working against. Activities planned to commence immediately should be communicated to the project team, along with the timescales associated. Working against a plan gives you a clear idea of whether the project is on track or behind schedule. The project team is doing the work. It's important to remember that the project team are the ones actually carrying out the activities to deliver the project. As the project manager, you should do everything you can to make it easier for them to do the work. For example, removing obstacles and being a point of contact for stakeholders. Hosting project team meetings. Project team meetings are traditionally held on a weekly basis on a set day and at a set time. This is a working level meeting where the focus is on the progress updates, risks, issues, and escalations. Communicating the project status. The updates you receive from the project team meeting should give you an idea of where the project is and will feed into your project status reports. The highlight report is a common artifact used to report a project's overall status, key updates, achievements, key risks, issues, and next steps. Managing project stakeholders. The communication plan that you developed within the project management plan should be the reference point for how you and your stakeholders will engage, how you will communicate with them. For example, the customer may want to see a highlight report on a weekly basis, and the project board want a report on a monthly basis. In summary, during the execution or delivery phase, the project manager should enable the project team to focus on the project work, ensure that the team have what they need, and track the tasks that need to be complete. Managing the project team. Know your limits and expectations. You need to ensure that the project team knows your limits and expectations. For example, you expect a certain level of detail in your weekly updates. It should be made crystal clear to the project team that this is your expectation and this is how information should be provided to you in the team meetings. Escalation process. You are the immediate point of escalation for the project team. If the project team have a problem, they need to escalate. Building trust with your project team is important, so they feel comfortable to be transparent and report challenges to you, to assess and for you to try to resolve them. Depending on the size of the problem, you may need to escalate to your project sponsor. Limit control and focus on results. Nobody likes micromanagement. I think the optimal approach from my experience is to set clear boundaries, communicate what needs to be done, and focus on the results. Set ground rules up front. All of these limits and expectations should be made clear up front so everybody is on the same page. Making effective decisions. As the project manager, you are responsible for the project level decision making. Here are some top tips to make effective decisions. Focus on project goals. The decisions you make should be geared towards successful delivery of the project. Follow a decision-making process. Have a clear process for how you make decisions. For example, risk management. Refer back to your risk management plan and follow the process that you developed. from capturing risks to scoring risks and responding to risks. Study environmental factors. Assess the environment. This could be internal organizational factors or external. Studying the environment you are working in will help with your decision making. Analyze information. Use the information that's available to aid your decision making. For example, if an action has remained open for a while and is not being closed with the others, this should alert you to the fact that there is a challenge stopping this action from being closed. Know the personal qualities of project team members. Understanding the different characters you're working with will help with your decision making. Sometimes you are able to pick up on things non-verbally by understanding the people that you're working with. Stimulate team creativity. Coming up with solutions is your responsibility, but work with your team. Capture their thoughts, opinions, and ideas. They are often able to advise you on the most appropriate decision to take, particularly if it's technical and they are the subject matter expert. Be approachable. An environment that encourages transparency is beneficial in getting things done. If you aren't approachable, your project team could sit on a challenge for a few days before telling you. Those are a few days that you could have used to deliver and resolve the problem in a more efficient manner. Interpersonal skills. Leadership is about pulling the team together, keeping them motivated and inspired. Burnout is a very common thing, and you need to make sure that your team stay motivated. When things get challenging, by you as the project manager staying calm and providing your support goes a long way. Project team meetings. The purpose of the project team meeting is to update and align the team on a project, receive project updates from the team, and encourage open dialogue amongst the project team. There should be a set agenda for every project team meeting. It provides a clear definition on the purpose of the meeting, cadence, and the flow of the meeting. Here's an example of an agenda you can utilize for your own project team meetings. This will provide you with the updates you require and spark conversation amongst the team. What's been done since the last meeting? What are you working on now? Any risks, issues, or concerns that you'd like to raise? And is there any other business? Meeting requirements, time limit. Personally, I tend to set 30 minutes and keep it on a concise basis and to the point, so the team can focus on actually doing the work. Stay on track. Focus on the purpose of the meeting. It's easy to go down rabbit holes and deviate from the purpose. It's your responsibility as the project manager to keep it on track. Formal approach is often best for time. Formalizing the approach and agenda provides a framework to stick to and stay within the designated time limit. Be consistent each time. A consistent approach to project team meetings sets the expectations so the team know the format and stick to the plan. Document promises and follow up with the team. Make notes during the session and cascade them once the meeting is finished. Any risks, issues, and actions should be captured in a RAID log with target resolution dates and owners. Project status report. The key artifact here is the project highlight report. The purpose of the report is to provide a status of where the project is. A commonly used approach is a RAG status, red, amber, green. Red means the project is behind schedule and won't be delivered in time, or it's gone over budget. Amber means the project may be behind or has encountered a significant challenge, but it's containable. Green means that the project is on track for delivery from both a time and a cost perspective. Often a completion percentage will be highlighted in the report. Milestones or goals reached. Updates on key milestones and the achievements of the projects is good for building confidence to key stakeholders on how the project is actually doing. Good and bad news. Sharing good news is always positive and instills confidence in your stakeholders. You must also share bad news in a report. If there's a significant risk or issue impacting the project, it should be flagged in the project status report. Some of the other fundamental information to be captured in the report are date and project name, time period of the report covered, weekly or bi-weekly, what's been accomplished in that period, actions for the next period, problems, risks, issue status. Here are my top tips for you. Be honest about the project. Be short and direct, keep it concise. Graphs can also help you to communicate messages. Have regular status reports, for example, every Thursday. Give credit to the project team on the hard work that they're doing. And also offer to meet face-to-face to discuss the project status.